So a decade since it first opened, a significant milestone will be marked today in the history of Wales' only hospital dedicated to caring for children. The First Minister will join patients, staff and celebrities to officially open the second phase of the Noah's Ark Children's Hospital for Wales in Cardiff. It's cost more than £60 million to build, and patients and staff say they are tremendously excited, as our health correspondent Owain Clarke's been finding out.
Just listen for a moment and try to guess where I am. It doesn't sound like a hospital, does it? There's a swimming pool here and colourful patterns are being projected across the walls and ceiling. This is the brand new hydrotherapy room in the new Children's Hospital building.
Many of the children that we see have got some sensory problems, so the lights and everything in the pool help them with that.
Diane Rogers, who's in charge of therapy services here, explains to me why this is a big deal.
Because now they can come straight down from the wards, straight down the lifts, and they can have their hydrotherapy and then go back up to the ward immediately afterwards. And so that's much more convenient for them.
They're hoping they might also be able to use the room after hours to hold parties for the patients on their birthdays. But stunning as it is, the pool isn't the only feature of the hospital's second phase that brings a smile to the faces of staff and the children ever since they began moving in a few months ago. The reception area looks more like a modern airport than a hospital waiting room. It even has special screens for children and their parents to check in for appointments. There are now 143 beds here, which means almost all the children's specialisms in Cardiff, ranging from mending broken bones to intensive care, will be located under one roof. They expect to see over 70,000 children a year. And the wards are now much bigger in size, with much more accommodation for families to stay overnight.
Asman had some decompression surgery done on my head, but it was cancelled because I had this pressure sore on my leg and it's been going on for about 10 months.
10-year-old Tia is more familiar with this hospital than most. She has spina bifida and can't get out of bed. She's had more than 10 operations here. But this is her first time staying in the new building. So what's her verdict?
It's easier to get around the hospital, and if it could be easier for the doctors and nurses as well, and the surgeons.
So out of 10, how would you rate it?
I think I'd rate it a 10.
Tia's mother Elaine is equally impressed.
The facilities here are so much better, so much more child friendly. The rooms are a lot better. And
you can stay as parents, which is one thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
The new extension is state-of-the-art in a whole host of other ways. It has an MRI scanner especially for children, designed to be less claustrophobic and allows them to see out. They've also built 5 new operating theatres.
That screen is a live link there.
Lorraine Coltis, who's in charge of them, allowed me to have a sneak peek.
Well, it's been designed with children in mind. So the theatres are bigger, because it sounds really mad, the smaller the child, the more equipment you have, and the bigger surgery we do.
The money for the building works came from the Welsh Government, who will also provide over £1 million for new equipment. But none of this might ever have happened without charitable donations. In the 15 years since it was established, the Noah's Ark Appeal has raised more than £15 million to support the hospital. But will there be wider benefits? Dr Alan Wardour is Clinical Director of Acute Children's Services at Cardiff and the Vale Health Board. Big debate about getting experts and the best into Wales. How does this help in that?
I think it will be a massive help. I've noticed already the boost in morale that this has given. I've shown round colleagues from other hospitals and they're rightly envious.
As things stand, the Noah's Ark Children's Hospital for Wales provides general care for young patients in Cardiff and the Vale and more specialist care for children across South, West and Mid Wales. But as a result of ongoing discussions about centralising some health services across South Wales, it might end up doing even more.
We do have some physical capacity here to cope perhaps with some of the changes that might be coming. We would still need staff to come and populate these areas.
Look at those blue eyes. Oh, yes.
Almost 10 years ago, there was no shortage of glitz and glamour when Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas opened the original building. They won't be able to make it to the party today. But be in no doubt that won't dampen spirits With the staff and children keen to celebrate a building they already tell me they're really proud of.